That's why we're here. We're going to take some basic impacts that occur during normal ping pong games and break them down for you. So here we go.
In these experiments, we will drop a ping pong ball as well as a tennis ball onto an aluminum block to measure the coefficient of restitution. In order to find the coefficient of restitution, we must find the approach and separation velocities. To find the approximate approach and separation velocities, we will be comparing the distance traveled in the last 2 frames prior to the impact, as well as the first 2 frames after. Due to an FPS restriction, we will be using the middle of the blur as our reference point.
For the initial velocity of the ping pong ball impact, we used the distance measurements divided by the time between frames. Similar calculations were used for the final velocity. To calculate the coefficient of restitution, we divided the final velocity by the initial velocity.
The coefficient of restitution is a collision-specific property, so we performed a second experiment using a tennis ball to demonstrate how the change of a material and the specifics of a collision will result in the change of the coefficient of restitution.
Similar calculations were used for the tennis ball impact. Both coefficients of restitution were very similar to the accepted values under these conditions.
We hope this lesson was impactful. Because it's on impacts. Yeah.